Hi, my name is Preston, and this is my 112 term project. I've been wanting to do this for a good while. I just never had the will or the opportunity to really get working on it. And so I'm very excited to show you what I've come up with. It is a deharmonizing additive synthesizer, which means that you can deharmonize the tones that it comes up with. And I will demonstrate that in a second, but first I'll just take you around the UI, things that you would see in most other synthesizers. On the left here we have an ADSR envelope section where we can change the time that it would take to attack, which is like the onset time of a note. So if it's short like this, it starts out really quickly, and if we increase that time, it will take a lot longer. There's also decay, sustain, and release, as you would see in any other synthesizer. Next we have portamento, which just changes how long it will take for a note to slide to the next one. And that brings me to actually how I'm actually playing these notes, which is using the keyboard. As you can see, there are keys here that correspond to keys on a piano, and not only can you play them on this keyboard, you can also play them over here with your mouse. Octaves are changed using the Z and X keys, or these buttons. And as you may have noticed by now, there is a time-based spectrum analyzer here that displays the amplitudes and pitches of all the partials and tones being generated. We'll see amplitudes in a second, because up here there's a drop-down menu for the waveforms you can choose. Right now we're on a sawtooth wave, which has all of the partials at 100%. A square wave has every other harmonic at 100%. A triangle wave has a logarithmic. It may not be logarithmic, actually. It's not logarithmic. But it, as you can see, they decrease like this, and that sounds like this. And you can see how the color reflects the amplitude. And there's 3-spike, which is very similar to square in its composition, but different in sound. And then, of course, sine, which doesn't have any of them. It's only the fundamental. Now, one thing you can do is you can start to draw your own waves. So if I want, say, these harmonics, you can just start to add them in. You have to be a little bit slow with it, because 112 graphics is slow. We could do that. We can also add some harmonics up here. Again, you have to really move your mouse a little slow. Be patient with it. And we get a little high end there. So that's the general gist of the main functions of the synthesizer. Now we're going to take a look at what deharmonization does. I've created 6 different algorithms for that. The first one is called target. It's set at 5, so we're going to take a look at over here. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of the harmonics will converge on the nearest 5th harmonic and every multiple of that. So you'll be able to see it quite clearly. Let me turn up the decay, sustain, and release so that this can be demonstrated a little bit better. There you go. As you can see here, there's a couple crackles in there, just performance. It can't really handle it that well, but all of the harmonics converged on their nearest one. I can change this to the 6th. And as you can hear, it's just a very unique sound, something that is impossible to observe in nature, as a matter of fact. And it has a lot of applications that I don't have time to get into now. Here are some of the other algorithms I have. Switch, which switches every nth harmonic. Extend, which moves each one to the next harmonic. Random, which randomizes them in specific groups. Powers, which puts each one to a power of itself. And primes, which converges each on the nearest prime harmonic. That's my term project, and I hope you enjoy.